we're gonna go over some older footage today from May 20th or 27th or something like that. Let's see. Oh, May 31st, so a little ways back. I don't know what position we were on then, so we'll just keep that off for today. And it's gi for all of you pajama lovers out there. Mike should be joining us shortly as well. So let's just get started. This is a active Tuesday on the mats. Let's see, we got Brandon and Justin. Me and Austin. Cool. This was when he was still back in town. It's about to get wrecked. Love to see it. He's not there enough. He hasn't been getting wrecked enough lately, so it's good. Is this Peter's song yet? No. Caleb is definitely going to get wrecked rolling with Big Mike here, so it's cute watching him go for an Americano on him. And then who do we have by the pillar? Is that Kurt and Austin? Okay. Justin, what did you and Brandon do here?
What's up?
What's up, dude? Look at that vibrant purple shirt you're wearing.
It's passionate.
I keep missing. So it looks like Brandon and Justin, I don't know what you got. Did you get him in like a wrist lock or something? That'd be something weird that we just can't see.
Like a baseball bat choke or something.
Oh, what? Yeah, naturally. I don't know why I was even looking at that. Yeah. Rad. Oh, yeah, okay. And then this lapel flips off quickly. And then we got Austin over here working, trying to cut a good angle on Kurt. Just dealing with a little bit of forward pressure in his closed guard. I wonder if this is when Bertram instilled a more aggressive spirit into Caleb. So I'm pretty sure we saw him just trying to murder everybody after this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right.
Okay, so this was when I think Daniel's first night, wasn't it?
Maybe?
I think so. I think this is what this was. That's right. Yeah, because I did train this night.
Okay.
But yeah, I think this was when Mike was doing a lot of coaching on Caleb.
Great. Just want to point out here up next to the pillar, a little pendulum sweep I ended up hitting on Austin, where I've opened my guard at this point, so I haven't set it up the way I typically like it, which is having his arm like all the way across the body. But that's typically what you're trying to do, certainly in no-gi. But you'll see here, I grab the sleeve of his right arm and keep it close to his body so that he can't post out with it. I cut my angle, going elbow deep on his leg, and then swing my left leg to initiate a pendulum. And it looks like I'm just playing a little lazy with him, letting him work, or just being lazy, period. Not coming up on top, but he comes up into the threat of a triangle. I don't know what I do with it here, but again, similar, not really a pendulum because I don't use my leg as a pendulum, but cutting my angle and using the power of my hips to try to put him back down. There we go. And yeah, Daniel's up there with Pat, but they haven't rolled yet. Austin doing a great job of getting to the back. Let's hit that again. So Kurt's not using his arm, his right arm here to really like wedge the hips in place, which is letting Austin scooch his butt out and get to an angle. And once he does that, once his hips get outside of Kurt's elbow, it's going to be very hard for Kurt to recover and square back up, which Austin, you can see, hand pushes, tries to get a more advantageous angle than what he already was at. And from here, it's just climbing around the back. I gotta talk some smack to Austin. Oh yeah, I told Austin. Did we already go over this footage?
I think we did.
Oh, maybe we did. Damn it, I didn't put it away. Might have to call an audible here. So you guys can watch this for a second. I'm gonna dig into our archive. Yeah, damn, we did. We went over this a little over a month ago. Okay. Let's see, we can go a ways back to February.
Good. It's always good to see how we've changed.
Yeah, screw it. Let's go. That will, let's see. That's going to take a few minutes to download. How was everybody's 4th? Justin, how was your 4th? I don't think I asked you when I saw you yesterday.
I do really like that lat drop that Daniel does.
Oh, yeah, this was our first roll.
Yep.
Yep. Who else we got? Steven, Brandon. What's up,
now
guys?
Having rolled with him quite a few times now, like I can feel this video.
Yeah, we rolled
pressure.
yesterday, and he ended up catching me. We went over like some of his paper cutter strategies and setups and stuff, which was good. It's just one of those subs that I can't say I've spent too much time working on, and then
Right.
he comes along and it's like, oh shit, I need to know this.
Yep.
Family stayed with you and caused yet another house disaster. Oh, whatever, man. You know,
That's what happens.
that's why you just hide in your basement. Pray that your wife cleans it up before you come up. Yeah, and even watching this now, like rolling with him yesterday was quite similar. Just like frame, try to square up, try to get my guard back. I mean, his top pressure's obviously problematic.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to even regard on him, you know, like there are little areas, you know, when he goes for some attacks and whatnot, but he doesn't give you much of anything.
Yeah.
Especially in the gi, right? Like his gi game is on point.
Yeah, I think he also likes to train like he's training for an IBJJF match specifically. Like I believe I think he was talking, I don't know, I forgot who he was talking with the other day, but he was talking about how he doesn't typically like to work from mount too much. So he goes there, he'll get his points, he'll transition, he'll even like let you weekly regard in an effort to then get more points or whatever, just like work that positional advancement over and over and over again, which is great strategically. Like that's how you rack up points in a match. So you definitely, I mean, knowing after chatting with him now since he's been here a bit, and like watching him do his thing, it makes sense watching him roll. At some point here he paper cutters me.
Here.
Yep. Yeah, that one I almost went out on that one. That was so tight.
They sneak up, man. Like they're not terribly tight until they're really tight.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Video's downloaded. And you guys got to see me get strangled again. Let's see. So this footage that we're gonna watch is from February 21st, I think. All right, we got Colby. Aiden's still about to get wrecked. What's up, James?
What's up, James? Oh, sweet, it's Nogi.
Yeah. Oh, well, time to change the stream info before Pat shows up and calls me out again. Or not Pat, Daniel. This power guillotine grip. You know what, just before we get too far into this, you go ahead and comment. I'm gonna make sure we haven't gone over this one too. I have to like dig
I'm trying
back.
to remember.
I have to dig back into our YouTube to make sure that we haven't done it. Because I know I've watched this footage.
Yep.
But I don't think we've gone over it.
I don't remember going over one that Colby has been in. That's the one that I'm trying to put together.
Man, we have like 60 videos. We've been doing this for a while now. 221. Damn, I think we did go over this one. I need to do some better housekeeping with our footage. All right. Last time, found something we haven't covered. Thanks for bearing with us, everybody. We're going to go a little bit further back into January. And don't worry, we'll get some more footage from some of the other open mats now, so when we screw up later, we won't have to go back into like 2021.
Vacations and time off always do.
Yeah, yeah, dude. For real. The holidays, summer in general has just screwed our schedule up. It's fun watching me mess up Aiden again, though.
Yeah.
Too bad he never joins us to watch. I can't shit on him, though. He was one of our first followers. So, props to him. Who's Matt messing up? Is that Danny?
Danny.
Yeah.
There's a nice pendulum sweep by Matt.
Yeah, I was just watching that. Yeah, he doesn't like.
No
He
big
doesn't even have
movements.
a leg across the body or anything. It's just
Yeah.
he's got the knee. But Danny's so loaded up on him.
Right. Yeah, he actually captures the far leg.
Yeah. Some nice shoulder pressure. All right. Video's downloaded. Let's really, really now check out just how far you guys have come. And it's a light session, it looks like, so we're going to skip around a little bit, especially because we're already 20 minutes into this video. We got Steven and Danny. Man, so 5 months ago, Steven. Let's see how bad he sucked. So Danny working this overhand or like the overhook grip from here. He's kind of, I don't know, if I were him, I would try to use a forward shift here since Steven's doing a great job of collapsing Danny's heels to his butt. It's gonna be really difficult for Danny to like make use of that overhook if he really wants to use it. So if he like kind of rocks back and then sits forward, shifts Steven back, and is able to extract his feet, he could switch out to like a clamp guard, like in that like side scissor position with the overhook, and probably work some really nasty triangle opportunities and, you know, all the other stuff from that position. Double ankle sweep.
Doesn't get on top though.
Yeah, kind of just chilling.
Yeah. I think that's a big change that we've seen in the last 5 months or so, is that a lot of people are more aggressive trying to get up and establish top position.
Yeah.
I do feel like that was a bit of a lull that we fell into of just playing bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I think I think it's an easy thing for most BJJ guys to do because it logically it kind of makes sense. It's like, oh, it's a ground sport. Let's get comfortable fighting from our backs or fighting from these non-dominant positions.
Yep.
Whereas I don't know, for those of you who came to the Tom DeBlass seminar this past Friday, was it Friday?
Yep, it was.
Seems like many days ago now.
Forever ago. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the big things that he emphasized was aggression, and not just being a dick and pushing on people's knees the wrong way or anything like that. Like just fighting with an assertiveness and an aggression, and at a more like frenetic pace. He used the word frantic, but I feel like frantic can kind of lead towards just spazziness and squirreliness or whatever. But operating at a higher pace, to not just overwhelm your opponent, but like make it difficult for them to make their decisions under duress, while you can execute your own game plan because you've put in the time and worked it and everything. Like he kind of reawakened, I think, in a lot of students, an aggression, because like in the open mat after the seminar, everybody was out for blood, and then definitely a few since have commented on that and talked about how it had a positive impact on their game, which is great. That's, I don't know, like one of the easiest analogies for me, just from a separate hobby. Steven looking great here, all the way up on like almost to a reverse triangle. There it is, gets him down.
I think this was when Danny gets his shoulder popped.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
Nah, he's fine.
Yeah, then we stopped for a minute. Except for Cole and Jason, they just kept going at it.
They didn't care. Yeah. Come back. Does Danny train at all anymore?
No,
Looks like he went home. Damn, how bad of a pop was it?
It was a decent one. It was audible.
Oh.
Yeah. He took a few days off on that one.
Yeah. Right. I mean, Steven's right up in that, like right in his armpit. That's gotta be a lot of pressure than just getting it that high.
He normally taps early to, he taps early to shoulder locks anyway, and it wasn't like fully, extended or anything like that. Yeah. It was just one of those things. He was resisting, and then when it let loose, his shoulder let loose. So when his grip let loose, his shoulder went loose.
Yeah, it looked like there was just a lot of pull. Yeah, now that you mention it, James, that does sound familiar. Jason doing a good job here, putting Cole on his back and advancing. I think he's still caught in half guard though. I really, again, this is 5 months ago, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he would be looking to get his trapped leg free from here. He's got his knee out. Maybe he is in a full mount.
I think he may at worst be in, yeah.
Point I was gonna make was, don't start attacking those submissions before you get to the position you need to be in. I think it's safe to assume his other leg is free. It's got to be if he's stepping up like that.
Mitch trying Mitch things. Did you see that?
Yeah,
he's trying to roll. And then
Caleb's like, yeah, whatever. So Jason's foot drifting a little far away from the body right now. I'm assuming he's thinking maybe a back take. I like where his knee is at least relative to Cole's, like the length of Cole's body. Okay, going for the armbar instead. Not a bad option. He's not a bad spot here, but yeah, I think Cole's just about to get safe. Could try to switch over to the omoplata.
Yeah, he's definitely on the wrong hip for a triangle or an armbar, right? But omoplata is still a viable attack from here.
Mitch doing Mitch things again. He just looks like me stretching out before class, though. So Jason's trying to set up a triangle with the legs, but he's just on the wrong side of the body.
Yep.
Like, I'm sure if you saw this, he would recognize that now. Yeah, he just cut the wrong
diving
angle.
to the wrong. Yeah.
Maybe he realizes it and switches. Cole gets his arm out.
Yeah. You said this was from January?
Yeah.
Was this was when was the competition? December?
I don't remember now. January. This was January 30th.
Maybe the competition was in January because this was like right after Comp Steven. What he was throwing at me was very, very similar to that. The flying armbar, a lot of arm attacks.
Steven, you're in the chat. When was the competition? Did he hit you with a flying or try to hit you with one?
With the takedown was he pulled to an armbar.
From here or later?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, into a triangle.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Maybe not. Maybe it was something. Never mind. Ignore me. Just some of the things that Steven's doing, he just doesn't look like him today, you know?
Yeah.
Which isn't surprising. 6 months or 5 months can change a lot of things in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, definitely. I don't have any of the competition footage on the computer, so I don't know when it was. I'll have to go back into the YouTube contents. Yeah, this may be Steven before he knew about the Hindu guillotine. I still can't believe that kid hit that on him.
Yeah, I hate that I couldn't make that one. Well, that one was in April.
Oh. I don't know.
It's the first competition, I can't remember the first one that they did. Oh, it was the Naga one.
Got a nice deep shoulder crunch on him there.
Yeah, but he's tough to finish them on. Oh, I wound up getting it.
No, there was New Breed in February. It was February 19th. It was New Breed, and then oh wait, oh no, that's old footage. Charlotte Naga. Okay, Charlotte Naga was November of 2021.
Okay. Okay, so this is a couple months after that,
Yeah,
and before the good fight.
yeah. Yeah, definitely before the good fight, because they had New Breed. Oh wait, no. So Mitch did New Breed in February in Greenville. That's what it was. And then everybody else had good fight in April. April 2nd. Man, we are all over the place today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at Steven trying to get a little fancy in the leg entrance. We yesterday we covered the cross Ashi entrance from X Guard. So like going from X Guard to reverse X Guard into the cross Ashi entrance. And then I spent a good bit of time at the end of class. This is damn Cole was working his double under stuff all the way back here too. I spent a good time at the end of class going over how all the Ashi configurations are related. I basically just like picked John's leg and worked all the way around it and identified how you can just switch from one to the other pretty easily. Because I kind of realized after talking with Danny, like maybe a month or two ago, we always teach, here's how you get to cross Ashi, here's how you get to straight Ashi or outside or whatever. But we never actually talked about how they were related, like to each other, how close one is to the other. I hope, a few of the students told me afterwards that it cleared up a lot for them. So I hope that I hope we see some of the, some of the students, at least some of the blue belts, work in those positions a bit more now that they can probably, I would think, I want to see them start to transition between them instead of just like looking for singular entrances into those spots. Just going right up the middle with Cole.
Yeah, this is normally where you run into problems with him, honestly.
Yeah, and his guard is safe here, right? He's got, his knees are pointed away, so he's in a little bit of danger, but he's keeping a real sticky hook on your leg, so you're not going to be able to just backstep out like you tried there.
Right.
And then he's kind of pulling you over him, getting your hips loaded over him. So you're not willing, or most people at least aren't going to be willing to make any major acrobatic moves, hip switches and everything, because he'll be able to stay safe, essentially, or at least it feels that way when you're loaded up on him.
Yeah, see, like here, I'm trying to go for a body lock pass. He's doing a really good job of using his hand to block my knee. My right knee needs to come up and cover his knee. And he makes that very difficult, even though I'm pinning his left leg with both of my legs.
Yeah. I think he made a little mistake there in pummeling your head across his body
Too soon.
Yep. Yeah, he was doing great before that with the head position. We'll go back to it in a second. I want to see, because you're not quite there yet. He's still making it really difficult.
But you could see, like, my knee will come up and then his knee will poke out. Yeah. So he's doing a really good job. He knows that knee is his safety. That's his safety net.
you're switching from the body lock. All right, let's go back real quick to this, because this was where, like, all of this was great. He got his leg out, and you immediately, right there, you switch to the 2-on-1 on the leg, shelving it across your body, and he knows immediately what you're gonna do. So he starts posting, but then watch where he shifts your head across his body, which is really giving you a setup to side control.
That way.
Right,
there.
yeah, exactly. So assume you got over that knee. For everybody watching, your head's on one side, your hips are on the other. That's side control. If you manage to keep your head in this position and your hips came around, you're not you haven't set up a side control at that point, and you don't have the best control, if any control, over his body. So I think he made a little bit of a tactical error there, and then pressing forward from there, he was able to keep you at bay. But I mean, at this point, your head's still on that side.
Yeah, so he inverts. I'm still trying to control that bottom leg. My focus normally goes to that bottom leg. But now I have basically full hip height on him. And I can move into, now I'm in a 3/4 mount.
You hit a little ninja roll from here if you wanted.
Yeah.
Not that you need to.
Yeah.
You got his
So
arm
here,
way isolated.
I wanted to take the back. I don't get his back very often.
He's doing a good job basing out, trying to prevent
He
that.
really is. I have a very weird kind of a grip on him, to where I do have a control hand, but I have no strangle arm right now. It's like such a shallow strangle arm. So I'm trying to use my left hand to pull him on top of me here. And like you said, he's blading his hips out sideways. So you'll see me, and I went over this, I think, was it 2 weeks ago or whatever, or last Monday actually, is when somebody's like this, I'm going to take my I'm going to try and use a crab hook with my right leg and kick him over to start seeing if I can realign bodies. So I'm trying to twist him around, but he's not having any of it. But I use this as a wedge. See if I can get our bodies realigned. I think eventually I have to give up on it. Oh no, I was able to hit a shift. So I posted on his hip instead. So if you go back, it's just a really weird, like, subtle movement. But right here, I shift over to where I post my right foot on his hip, and then I am able to use my left arm now and my left leg to shift him over and realign the spine to take full back control.
Yeah, it looks like he's pressuring into you too, giving you something really. He's letting you kind of post on him like that, and then with him moving in that direction and your post, it's a bad recipe for him as far as you getting your alignment back.
Yep.
And I don't know what he's doing with his left arm right now. Looks like Danny hasn't left yet. He's still watching. Meanwhile, Jason and Caleb and Mitch and Probably inverted on a leg here. Dang. Let's watch that one more time. So Steven from bottom half guard. Digs to the far leg. And then switches his legs, trying to isolate that one leg. Okay.
To go into cross Ashi. Now
Yeah.
he's in the cross-ish.
Almost.
And then he got sprawled out. Yeah,
Yeah. That's nice.
that was good.
Ooh. It's like Jason's leg almost got
What was
trapped
it?
underneath him.
Yeah, what was that takedown? I didn't see. Oh,
Just
I
kind
see.
of cradled him.
That was cool. Yeah, it was a cradle.
So collar tie, and then got an outside position on Jason and just took him back. Look at Jason's leg, just caught
Yeah,
in
his right leg.
a pretty
Yeah.
bad spot right there. I mean, and I wouldn't advise working from here for that reason. Easy to say that now, in
Right.
retrospect, but not exactly a mobile position to be in. So looks like Caleb's opting to use or attempt to use a Kimura threat as a guard pass.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
What's
with
interesting though is that the legs are open.
Sorry, I just wanted to mention
Oh, yeah.
Jason. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Okay, whatever. Anyway, yeah, what you were saying? Cole's legs are open.
Yeah, his legs are open, and Caleb's either ignoring the fact and trying to go for the submission, or okay, maybe that's what it was. It's just Cole's leg is being annoying. Oh, what was happening? That the reason why they stopped was because me and Steven were trying to go over a takedown that Mitch had shown,
Ah,
and neither of us were getting it right, so Mitch had to show us how it was done.
Caleb's just slowly working himself into a precarious position here where Cole's able to get his hips directly underneath Caleb's hips.
Mm-hmm.
And once he does that, he's got that double underhook position. Right here is where Caleb's kind of past the point of no return. And then Cole basically hits a wing sweep on him. Gets his
That was a
hips.
pretty cool looking sweep.
Yeah. I mean, he really worked his way around Caleb, and then
Mm-hmm.
right. So that sticky hook of his with Cole's left leg. Yeah.
It does. He does like a pass off with his right leg, doesn't he?
Yeah.
His right
Oh.
leg comes. Oh no, he plants.
he doesn't.
And then just wing sweeps it. Yeah, you're right.
And then now it's controlling. He's doing a great job controlling Caleb's hips here. Caleb has hip height on him, which is typically going to be the indicator of who wins a scramble. But Cole's doing a great job of disrupting Caleb's connection with the ground. This little inside hook is really preventing Caleb from turning back towards Cole. Meanwhile, it's not really prohibiting Cole from moving too much. And once he gets his hips to the ground, he can take his time. As long as he's got that tight waist, he can take his time trying to get up to his knees. Caleb might get the jump on him here, though. There you go. Shrimping back. It's a battle. Definitely a battle. Good hip switch from Mitch. Yeah, so Cole's one thing he's not doing here that I hope he has since remedied is working on passing half guard with. I mean, he can do it a number of different ways, but like using a head and arm sort of control where he can cross face Caleb with his left arm, work from an underhook, plant his head, try to get his leg free from there. You know, right now I don't know if he was thinking, you know, try to work. Yeah, like right here, he may have been doing it. I'm assuming. It looked like he had the underhook, but planting the head, trying to get the knee free. I think Cole's much better at leg pummeling now. I mean, we've seen him recently, like really using his free foot to help him get his trapped leg out of bad situations. But then once he loses that, if he can't reestablish that head and arm connection, you know, he also has the option to look towards the legs, you know, go up to that like shin across the stomach, hooking what would be Caleb's top leg, trying to work passes from there. The same thing we see Caleb doing when he's spinning for knee bars. Yeah, good work from Caleb fighting him off, though. What happened there? Some shoulder pressure or something?
I don't know.
A little
Maybe a wrist lock? Yeah, it looked like his arm or elbow was put in a weird spot.
Yeah. So Mitch really, okay. He really likes that that behind the back arm trap from close guard. I mean, still to this day he likes hitting that. So I think what worked for him there was Jason's legs. You can see Jason's toes are like barely hanging onto the close guard right there. And Mitch does a little like horse kick back and is able to kind of kick free. If that didn't work, like if there was just a better leg connection from his opponent, with that arm behind the back, he can start to directly pressure on the knee. The downside of that, one, it's a seated guard break, which everybody knows I'm not a huge fan of. You know, Jason, if he were savvy enough, might be able to throw up like a trap triangle on him there with Mitch's arm being close to the body. His other arm is deeply committed on the other side, so he wouldn't be able to just slip out of that triangle if it was thrown up on him. But he can directly try to impact that foot that ankle foot connection to the close guard, without much interference with Jason's other hand. It's a pretty controlling position.
Until Mitch is trying to force arms across the belly to try and take the armbar.
Yeah. Trying to isolate any way he can. He's not going to be very mobile from here and cutting an angle just because where his leg is at. It's like he's trying to sit to a kind of an S mount, but he's way too low on the hips. Quick on the bail. Oh, Justin, you don't have to lie to us. Bit of a train wreck today, but thanks for tuning in and sticking with us, man. We'll see you at class.
See you tomorrow.
Mitch with a nice switcheroo there. So, pins the leg using his arm instead of like shelving it. So since Mitch is actually going to his right, he would normally, I mean, like we saw you earlier, maybe trying to trap Cole's left leg with your two legs or his two legs. But instead, he's using a different approach. He's got the tight waist grip. Not a full body lock just because he's not, his hands aren't clasped in the back or like wedging on both sides of his hips, of Cole's hips. But he's got this kind of overhook scoop across Cole's shin. And then as he tries to go over, Cole stays pretty well connected with his leg. But Mitch swims under to a scoop grip. And then as Mitch do, just quick switch, shucking the leg by for a nice pass. Definitely a much more athletic, active pass than your standard body lock, which is pretty controlling, slow, methodical. That was solid. Let's look at his armbar from here.
Yep.
Let's go back a little ways. Let's get back to the pass. All right, so he gets here. Now here's where Cole's messing up right now is he's not really framing at all. He's kind of leaving his arms in pretty vulnerable spots. And you see, eventually he gets his left arm taken. So switching up to knee on belly. Let's see where he hikes Cole's arm up off the mat. Nice. So I really like what he did here with his free arm, his Mitch's left arm. He's not just he's not pulling his butt to his heels to try to sit up. He posts his hand and pushes up that way, and that allows him to keep really, really tight connection to Cole's arm. If he just tries to sit up and pull, one, leverage just isn't on his side, but two, if he's leading with his back and that posterior chain, it can impact how much force you're controlling that arm with as you pull up, make it easy to slip or at least maybe get a frame back in. I like that he pushes up there. And then he goes for a real quick spin around. It worked for him. I advocate a slower pressure approach. But if you're mobile, you're mobile. And then notice he landed in a spot where he didn't have a cross-facing leg. He had a leg over. He had two legs over the body. You know, it makes it a little bit easier for Cole to sit up into this sort of move. But I think Cole was genuinely worried about the threat here, so he didn't quite get to a body position that would help him do that. Mitch broke the grip and was good on the finish. That was really solid.
Yep. Can you go back to Steven's wrestle up on me? Right about.
Absolutely.
So a little bit further, but it's coming up here. So he yep, right there. So I was circling around trying to see if I can come in, and he pummels his leg out, captures, and then, you know, like does an outside wrap on my leg, and then just comes up on the single. So outside wrap, pulls with his leg and his arm, sits back with his right hand and right leg.
Basically a technical stand-up.
Does a technical lift, yep, technical lift up with me, and then straight into double leg. So he switches to a double here. And then he drives opposite of, you know, normal, I would say. And then, but winds up circling the right way and getting on top. So outside, runs a pipe, and then boom.
Yeah, like he's not taking you over. He's not like moving you with his head, pulling the legs the opposite way.
He's just focused on cutting, like continuing to cut the angle.
Yeah.
And allowing my, you know, like the twisting motion, no pressing motion, right? Like he's not pressing on me outside of here, right? So he's pushing me back here, but then he walks around my body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's not letting your left leg move at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Once you plant on it, he just rotates around it and gets you down. That was nice. I like how he continued to circle around even as you went down to immediately work for the guard pass.
Yep.
I think we'll probably make this the last round. Still a gang of footage.
After the three. Yeah.
Third time the charm. This is.
I'm trying the kipping.
Yeah.
That's right. It was not really working out for me. I think I switched to an elbow escape here.
Looks like you're letting your pants get pulled down.
Yeah.
As a form of escape.
If it was true no-gi shorts, I may have got the kip. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. You could have. It's starting to work a lot better for me. I just have to like. I have to time it right, like, you know, accept being smashed, and then trying to get them off balance and hitting the kip. Putting it all, it's starting to come together a bit better. But I have been using it in other situations to like Daniel was up in Neon Belly yesterday on me, and like I couldn't get to the position I typically like, which is turning towards him, you know, V-grip on the ankle, push it down and capture it, you know, do an ankle trap to get out of the Neon Belly. So it was like hand on the knee, and then like just really tiny kips, like all the way through, shifting my hips out super slowly until I got out.
Yep.
See if Mitch goes for a step around again.
Oh, that's right. I remember this.
Super deep submission you had on Steven.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? Your neck, your arm, or your leg?
Well, we were going through this whole battle, and he kept passing my guard. Like he passed my guard twice, and I was like,
Oh, he's gripping your
"How the hell?"
pants.
Oh, maybe I did, like you don't even notice it, I guess, when you're training. But I was like, I was getting so frustrated because I'm like, damn, people don't like normally just walk around my guard, but Steven's like walking around my guard today. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can attack him. So I'm starting to attack his arm here, and I'm not letting it go. And I'm noticing that he's like really worried about that far leg. So I started playing with it, and was able to shoot up a triangle, and it was immediately like very deep.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
But
right on.
Yeah, he does a good job of like it was threatening to where I was like, he could even slip out of this, and he almost did, but I was able to get the finish.
That's solid. Oh, Cole's getting flattened out.
In a typical Mitch belly down back take, it feels miserable.
Jason doing a good job with Caleb up here. I haven't watched all the match yet. But right here, he pins. I like how he's pinning Caleb's knee. And even with Caleb's foot up high, he's wise to just drive his own knee over, slap out, advance to a half guard, where he can start to work a bit better than against an open guard. Now he's got to contend with a knee shield.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got one leg under control now, so it's definitely an advancement.
Yeah, some other things that he's probably already improving on, but like the left arm here is where I would say is it might be nitpicky, but this I think is really makes or breaks my guard passing is maintaining like inside elbow position while passing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like making sure that if I'm going to dominate the inside position, it's not just my hands that are dominating inside position, it's normally my elbows, right, that I need to make sure of, because especially with the knee shield, control somebody's wrist, they could be on the inside, but if you flare your knees out and you're capturing the elbows and flaring them out, then you have a lot of control of the inside real estate from the bottom side.
Mitchell's a monster this day.
Yes.
Definitely giving Cole a lot of stuff to think about. Looks like you and Steven are talking leg locks.
Yeah.
Jason trying to get on that straight ankle.
Oh, we were going to shin on shin. That's right.
So yeah, Jason's. Let's see. I want to see where his legs are at, because we actually kind of sort of went over this yesterday. Yeah. So Jason doesn't really have like a great ashigarami setup here, or leg entanglement. If you're not into the Japanese, what would be ideal for Jason in this straight ankle lock is to have this bottom foot posted on Caleb's hip, and then even better than that for the straight ankle lock would be doubling up with this inside leg. It's not essential, and I mean it is for me when I try to do these, just because my legs are so short. But Jason may have enough stretch in his torso to work down towards the foot and get it to bend back. But here, Caleb's taking advantage of the fact that that he doesn't have a closed loop with Jason's legs around his own leg. So he's shifting his hips out. Caleb is shifting his hips out to his left in this direction. So once he gets safe, he just steps right over. And now Jason has nothing, right? There's no threat there at all. Cool. Let's end it here. Again, everybody who stuck with us through this clusterfuck of a stream,
Thank you.
We'll be back on our regular shit just because schedules are getting more back to normal, as we alluded, between summer trips and vacation and seminars and all that fun stuff. I guess our footage well is starting to run a little dry, so fully expect everything you guys do in the next few weeks to be captured on camera. So you better be on your best behavior. See you Saturday, James. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Later, everybody. Thank you.
And yeah, if you want, I don't know why you'd want to rewatch this, but if you do, it'll be up on YouTube. Other than that, you know, all the usual stuff. Support us here, like, subscribe, follow, whatever. All that good stuff. And bring any questions you have to class. We're going to be going over leg attacks and leg defense for the next couple weeks. Just started Monday or whatever. Yeah. So, man, this week is tough. We didn't have class, but that's right. Yesterday it just started.
Yeah,
so.
it was open mats.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, 4th of July, everybody. Still recovering from it, apparently. Yeah, Steve's not allowed to train the next couple of weeks. We don't need him getting any better at leg locks. So,
yeah, right.
Other than that, trim your nails, do your laundry, do not be stinky, and we will see you at class. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys.
Later.